Hi, I'm Pam Hayes from Hayes Sewing Machine Company of Wilmington, Delaware, and welcome back to a new video. We're going to be doing the quilt link up, and it's super fun, super easy. There's really only two blocks that you need to piece. It's this block here, and then the joining one. It allows you to do very large kind of border prints because you have the number that she gives you anywhere from 10 to 11 inches. So you can really, you're going to have a lot of nice room for your big prints. Okay, so when we are going to line this up, we're going to do this one that has the center square first. It's very much like a log cabin is going to be. So we're going to start with our center square. And on the center square, I definitely had an up angle to it, so I wanted to have most of my fish and sea creatures going top and bottom. So we're going to line this up, and we're going to do the short sides first, or the short logs, I should say. And that's going to be at the top and at the bottom. So we're going to line that up. And remember, I'm only showing you one block, so you're going to assembly line style this. We're going to flip it over, and we're going to do the other short one on the bottom. So
how do you assembly line do it? Do that? Yeah, there you go.
Aw, she's teasing me. All right. But you guys get the idea. All right. So I'm going to just give that a quick press, and I'm pressing towards the darker or the outside. So that's going to be, we're pressing towards the peach in this case. All right, so now, once we have that, we're going to build the sides. So we're going to line this up. And do our 1/4 inch seam. So remember, you're going to do it on one side, and then we're going to flip it over and do it to the other. So you can see this is easy. Nothing to line up, no points to match at this juncture. All right, so that set of logs is done. Again, I'm going to press towards the outside. And there we go. Now, one thing I didn't notice until I was reading the instructions. What a thought, right? All right, so if you take a look, so see how we've done the top. Then you have the background, which you're using as the background, thin log, top and bottom. So I'm going to take my gray in this case, line this up. Again, and this is going to go on the top and the bottom of your block. And we're going to flip it around and do the same thing on the other side. All right, so again, going to give that a quick press to the dark. And that is finished. So it's a quick, that's a quick one to do. And the other one, what they call the link block, has two seams. All right. And we're going to put it's going to look like that. So we have the two dark and then the paler, in my case, in the middle. Again, we're going to line this up. Do our 1/4 inch. Now, the only thing that you want to be aware of, the block is cut 4.5 by 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as long as you're good and you cut the center guy the length they want you to, which is 5 inches,
Okay.
you're good.
Gotcha. So if all of a sudden it comes short, rotate it a 1/4 turn.
You got it. Rotate it.
Okay.
Ask me how I know that there's a panic about that. Oh no. So you want to make sure. So just go by the measurement of that center bit and you're good to go. And then I'm again just going to press this seam towards the dark. And that's the block. So
nice.
again, not a difficult procedure. Now I started sewing the row. That's the pieced one. So it's going to have a link, the block, link, the center block, link. You get the idea. Okay. And then we go. The only thing you can do to mess this up is you want all of your sea creatures.
So that they're not floating
they're not floating.
upside down in the tank?
Yes. Bingo.
It's so sad.
It is so sad, yes. All right, so we're going to go. And what's nice, no seams to match.
line up. Nice.
So this is a nice little road to do. All right, and then we just have one link to finish it off, and that's it. So, like I said, it's not a difficult one to piece, and if you're not one for having to have all of your intersections line up perfectly, you don't need to worry about it. No quilt tacks needed.
I like what you did with the fabric choices because of the border. I don't know. We'll have to put the border up a little closer to it because I don't know if they could see that in the
Yeah, because when you
pattern,
look at this, you kind of think, why the peach? But when you actually look at the border,
can you bring the border closer?
Yep. Sorry, I'm trying to get it where you can see how it does have peach.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's really cool.
Okay. Now, she has you cut the border a little longer, which is good because nothing's worse than having to piece in. And because it was wide, because, again, it wanted 10 to 11 inches for the width of the border, I was only able to get 2 strips per, I think it's like 55 inches.
Okay.
So you had to do 2 lengths of 55
Got it.
to get the 4 in it. All right, so at this point, we're going to press this block. And the only thing I did is I was trying to press towards the dark as much as I could.
Okay.
Okay.
She's pressing.
Yes, I'm pressing. So we're trying to press as much to the dark as we can. Though I think with this one, if you inadvertently flipped one of them the other way, I don't think life would come to an end. It's not like it's white.
Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking about all the possibilities, because if you didn't have a border print, there was nothing to stop you from putting like a large scale floral print or something like that.
Absolutely.
And on the chain, how cool would it be with like something with stripes or polka dots or something like that? So
now you're making me feel kind of boring.
No. I love what you've done with it. You know, you got to work with the border, right? But if you don't have a border, it kind of opens up a lot of possibilities.
It does. All right, because I know this border is longer, I'm not really going to worry about the length of the frame, this bit, because I know that this will definitely fit. But you do have to worry about placement.
Okay.
Which means, see how it has the big border, link, border, link, border. So I really want to make sure I put this at the bottom.
Got it.
So we're going to line it up. That looks good. I'm then just going to flip it and it should be fine. So that's the only thing you can do to kind of...
Okay. Double check to make sure that your animals are, once again, all pointing the same direction.
Yep. So I should be good. And this is a modern quilt. There are no borders.
Ooh. So when the rows are done, you're done.
That's it.
Like that.
Again, you can pin this. I'm just going to trim it up later. And I'm just, yep, everything's facing the right direction. Yoo-hoo! Gotta love that. It's always better to check now so you don't have to rip out the whole seam. All right, we have this last little bit. All right, now the only thing we want to do when we're pressing this, and this is kind of important, we want to press to the dark. I think it might show through a little too much because the actual border is a little bit of a lighter shade. So I'm going to take the time and press it up. And this is where you don't realize how long it is until you go to actually press it.
It's a long seam. I'll come around.
There you go. So I'm just making sure I'm pressing up to the dark. And you see how I'm kind of pulling up to the top. I'm trying not to get the accordion pleat. And I know it's going to be a little awkward simply because it's not going to want to press towards all the seams, but I would still take the time to try. Because I don't think you want to have it
shadow through.
shadow through, yeah. Okay, so once you have done this, then you're going to go to your rotary mat, and we're going to even it up. So again, you're going to line up it in one of the seams, the line of the ruler, in one of the seams, and then just cut. And then we're going to flip it around and do the same thing on the other side. So again, try to line it up in one of the seams. Okay, so just take this down. No blood on the project at this point.
That's all right. I'm just showing them the border while you're doing it.
All right, so now when we're going to pin this, so see how I ended up with my border. So that's where we're going to go, and we're going to add that final bit on. So you have 3 links
And 4 borders.
and 4 borders.
Nice.
So when we line this up, everything being equal, it should be all the same length. So this is one
We
time
hope fervently, right?
Hope fervently. Well, I did kind of measure them, so hopefully, but I will take and I will pin it, just so if I find that one is particularly longer, I can help ease it in. So we're just going to throw some pins in here, just to hold it. Yep, that should be
Yeah, it
fine.
looks like it's fitting really nicely.
Yeah.
Love it when a plan comes together.
There you go. Alrighty. So again, this is going to be our final section that we're going to put in. And then you're done. I mean, other than quilting it, but but piecing the front will be done. Pull the thread out. So there you go. Gotta love needle threaders. For those of us over 21 and we can't see the hole anymore.
And we just did a video on
And we
needle
just
threaders.
did a video on
So if
needle
you're not sure
threaders.
how to use yours, look that up.
And you quickly realize that it's quite a large quilt. The size of this one done 55 by 70. So it'll be a nice.
So it'd be like
wrap
a twin,
quilt.
yeah, or even a twin coverlet. And if they wanted to add a border, you can do a full-on twin.
Yep. Absolutely. A lot of it is because the width of the border, how big you cut it. last little bit there. All right, and we's done.
All right, let me zoom out. And we'll back up.
Yep, I'll hold it up so you can see. Whoops, don't step on it.
Oh, wow. That's
Isn't
spectacular, Pam.
gorgeous? And like I said, if you need something quick to piece in a bigger size, this is, can't beat it.
Yep,
It's
absolutely.
wonderful. All right, hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.